And now, Zubes, it's time for your favorite time of the week. It's time to play Reddit Seddit.
Oh boy.
Of course, this is a challenging segment to put together sometimes because in terms of the psychic damage. Now, and I'm not complaining here because debuting, this is not me saying sub to my Patreon for something coming in 3 weeks. I'm not that guy. I'm just saying I've been doing a ton of recording and I've been causing a lot of psychic damage to myself. I've edited down a 4-hour Vince Russo interview and a 3.5-hour Teddy Hart interview in the last 10 days or so. And so I'm already riding, psychically frail, and then I have to dive into Reddit squared circle. I could have been, you could have seen me with a shaved head again today, is what I'm saying. I could have hit another real emotional low.
Total reset. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, exactly, Zoom. So, of course, it's where I go onto reddit.com/r/squared circle. I look for takes based off of topics on the threads. I pull some, maybe all, quotes from there. I read them verbatim to the Zubes, and he must ascertain with the chat's help if it is actually something Reddit said or if it's me writing in the voice of Reddit trying to trick him in a little game we call Reddit Seddit.
I was just staring at the Kipsabian tweet.
All right, everybody say a prayer for me. See if we make it through. Oh, thank you, Heart Note. I like the shirt too. It reminds me of my grandmother's tablecloths. I like it a lot. And I agree with Cadenza, our social media manager. Thanks for all the work you do on the platform, Autumn, saying amazing timing for Reddit Seddit. Isn't it always, Zubes? Unless you're me. This is the one I dread.
Yeah.
But here we go. Just going to read this one verbatim. I'm not sure if you saw this picture going around this week, Zubes, but it was of young Juice Robinson, young David Finlay, and young Jay White standing together, sort of now the current Bullet Club. And of course, lots of comments going around, lots of different takes about it, but a highly upvoted one here on Reddit that sort of surprised me. I'm just going to read it verbatim. Just want to get Finlay in AEW for a night to reunite Finn Juice. Dreaming. California dreaming of the Finn Juice reunion.
Finn Juice.
Finn Juice. You were fans. You were big fans of the tag team Finn Juice, weren't you, Zubes?
Finn Juice sounds like one of those portmanteaus that you see online that I would not use because I would be so afraid that I was using it wrong that I would just completely avoid.
Yeah, you can get canceled if you don't
want to misuse Finn Juice out here.
Are you kidding me? People we killed for less.
So I don't know. That's crazy. But I can see somebody on there having affinity for Finn Juice and being like, God, I have my Finn. Don't talk to me until I've had my Finn Juice. First thing in the morning, like bleary eyed, open the fridge. There's the Finn Juice. Do I think you diabolically enough?
Yeah, chat, what do you think? Or Reddit say it?
Just coming off the G1, right? You're just coming off the G1 mentally yourself.
I did watch almost every match of the G1 this year for the first time in years and years.
So you've been watching David Finlay. I'm going to go conservative. I feel like it's conservative to say that Reddit said it. Let me take a look at the chat here. Ashley Kutcher said, Josh said the hell out of this. Culture of Losing refuses to believe Finn Juice is or was a real thing. So I'm going Josh said it. Maddie Max says Reddit. Cadenza saying Reddit is the conservative pick. I agree. It feels safe to pick Reddit here. It feels like a safe pick.
You mean you don't want to believe that your pal?
No, it just feels like this is one of those ones, famously, like I believe that someone out there would say this, right?
Right.
Whether this specific example is one, but the AEW for one night to get Finn Juice back. I'm going to say that Josh said it.
Lock him in, Maddie.
Zubes is claiming that he heard Josh say it the other day. Well, I heard.
Did say that.
Reddit said it.
Oh,
Finn Juice.
Ba-bum-ba-da.
That-
Finn-
I actually, for some reason, Zubes, I really thought you would pick me on that one. Like when I pulled it, I was like, this is a great Reddit Seddit. I don't know why it felt like a really, in terms of like, if the goal is to trick you, which to some degree it is, this felt like
Yes,
a
yes.
really strong one for some reason.
Fin juice. I thought they banned that after that shark documentary.
I was thinking shark fin soup too for some reason. Fin juice. Matty Mac saying Josh hasn't thought about them being a tag team ever. Yeah, if it happened in Impact, that is the old tree fall in a woods thing. It's like it's more likely that I saw it in '94 Big Japan than like in anything past 2016 in Impact. I guess that isn't true. 2018 in Impact.
all right. Give me number 2.
Número dos.
Fin juice.
I don't know if you saw this interview going around yesterday, Zubes, where Darby Allin was pontificating about how far the TNT title has fallen since his reign. This Redditor and some people who agree, they don't seem to agree with Darby. It's been a thing for what? Less than 2 years? Shut the entire fuck up. Now, I want to be clear. There's no question mark after years. It's been a thing for what? Less than 2 years? Shut the entire fuck up.
Shut the entire fuck up.
Yeah. Can we get a check on how long? I think it's been much longer than 2 years for the TNT title for one. But who said it?
That sounds like, it sounds like ChatGPT.
I wonder if ChatGPT could make me fake Reddit comments for this. I would never.
Well,
use
then
it
it's not
because
you
fuck
saying it
AI,
though, right? It's not really
Yeah.
you saying it.
No,
Like,
you're
you can't
right.
say Josh said it.
That's exactly right. And I would never use any of that junk around these parts. I'll use it in any way that makes my life easier. This part of my life is very fun.
Yeah, I would use it to take a piss for me, but I don't think.
Yeah. Not exactly where my mind went, but I feel
Yeah,
it.
well, imagine. You bet one more time. It's been a thing for what? 2 years.
Less than 2
Shut
years.
The entire fuck up. The
Shut the
entire fuck. This does feel Reddity. It also sort of. I'm not saying it smacks. It's Josh coded. It smacks of Josh.
Sure.
It's giving Josh.
It's giving Josh. Yeah. Yeah, hints of Josh. A soupçon of Josh.
Oh, he's Zubes. He needed the week off. He shot out of a cannon tonight.
Jay Glees says feels like a curveball. I mean, that's doesn't take me one way or the other.
Safe thing to say.
It seems like the chat feels Reddit. I feel Reddit. The entire fuck there seems like a bit of a misnomer. So that feels like a Reddit to me. Although Marlon's saying this is Josh, so I'm gonna go Reddit. I was oh, look at this. McBride Huge evens it out. Now that I was telling you that chat was leaning Reddit,
They had to
all of
make
a
a
sudden-
liar out of you.
all of a sudden we have 2 Josh votes. Now my Reddit said it split is like,
Lock him in, Matty. Let's get to it.
yeah, lock me in with Reddit.
Zubes is saying that the other day he found this on Reddit. Well, I heard that he was correct because Reddit said it.
Okay, we needed one. We need to get one in the
Very
bank
nice.
there. Need to bank one. That feels good.
Sort
One
of
of
gets
two.
the,
We
gets
love
the
it.
pressure off. You can sort of have fun with it now.
You're telling me. You're telling me. Yeah, I was leaning up in front of my chair. That whole question.
Going gamer mode.
Billy Corgan was on the wrestling interview scene this week. He's promoting
Sickening.
the new NWA show. I'm sure that's gonna.
Sounds
Anyway.
great.
Listen, I shouldn't be so mean. I really thought it sucks because the people involved had to go. Like Dave Lagana and Jim Cornette did. Well, I mean, Dave Lagana did way worse things than Jim Cornette, to be clear, but they both had to go. But early NWA, I was a fan of. But God, it really. Anyway, you know LA, yeah, right? Zubes over there in New York.
Oh yeah.
So, when he was in NWA, his name was Eli Drake.
Yes.
And so Billy's been looking at LA, yeah. And the interviewer was asking him, he was in NWA. Did he know that he was going to be so good? And Billy said, actually, we were going to make him the champion. But when you know it, he got signed away. We're right around the corner going to make him the champion. So Here we go. Here's the comment from a Redditor here. I'll just read it verbatim.
Who have they picked instead to be champion? I'm wondering.
Yeah, well, you got well, I don't think you're gonna like the answer, Zubes.
I'm very interested to know that.
Just went with 3 years of Nick Aldis instead, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, I actually like Trevor Murdoch just fine, but now it's on Tyrus, and I mean, whoa, the ultimate waterweed dune hair. Here's a comment. Billy Corgan can say whatever he wants. Billy Corgan can say whatever he wants. This is Billy Corgan can say whatever he wants. This is the man who has made Tyrus the champ for gosh sakes. Sean Rikers is a guy who you bring in to be a star, obviously, and anyone would know that. Billy is a fool.
What?
No, it's yeah. What was Steve Austin? You're conflating them because it's fucking identical.
Give me that again.
Billy Corgan can say whatever he wants. This is the man who has made Tyrus the champ for gosh sakes. Sean Rikers, that's LA's real name, I assume, is a guy who you bring in to be a star, obviously, and anyone would know that. Billy is a fool.
The real name check on LA Knight / Eli Drake. That's some speed of online that I
yeah,
I don't know that
treadmill's at 9.
That's a wake up call. That's what people call him. This is Josh, says Gritchy. Interesting. What do we think, chat? Feels a little Joshy. The thought of Josh using LA's real name is pretty sickening to me. It would be devious. People seem to think it's Josh.
That makes me feel not so good. I might need to take the rest of the night off.
Deep cut Josh, says Corvax.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn, Josh, well crafted. I think this is your masterpiece. This is your most brilliant work. People want to give you credit for how good this is. Marlon and Ashton coming in late saying they think it's Reddit. I do sort of agree that there's a beauty to you sculpting this that I almost appreciate. If this is a Josh, I almost want to vote Josh for how impressed I am that you've been able to emulate it like this. So I'm going to lock in Josh as an homage to how good you've gotten at the game, Josh.
Lock him in, Maddie.
Zubes is saying Josh said it. Well, Zubes knows a thing or two because Josh said it.
That's your masterpiece. That's a masterpiece to have written that.
I listened to this Billy Corgan interview with Chris Van Vliet, and Billy Corgan was the guy who said Sean Rikers is money. And I was like, I'm using that. Sean Rikers. And I was like, who? I was like, oh, he's talking about LA, yeah. Very, very well ascertained from you in the chat, though, Zubes. I thought I was a wolf in sheep's clothing in there. You guys, you all got the X-ray glasses.
You were in your bag, as they say.
It's in my bag. And thank you for the take a hit, Commander Huge. I'm going to intro this next one, and then I will do just that.
That fucking Billy Corgan saying Sean Rikers is money. That's
just informed the whole
shit.
thing. That's why I didn't say I listened to the interview, because I knew that would give it away.
That's good stuff.
No, McVander Huge, I'm the furthest thing from okay. I do this show.
I need that as the audio clip. I need that Billy Corgan impression. I need a clip of that.
So as you know, AEW, actually something I really like about AEW, no matter how much I've dumped on them in some ways tonight, that I really, really enjoy is that they put out the match card at the front of the day, so you know what to expect on Dynamite. So I looked in the Reddit thread for here's tonight's Dynamite to sort of see what those geniuses were saying, and here's what one person had to say. The AEW marks need to ask more for them from the Fed that they love. How is there another MJF Cole segment? Why is OC fighting Wheeler Yuta? I wonder if they will ever be honest with themselves.
Begging for the come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, please. The AEW fans.
Wake up, guys.
Wake up, sheeple. Will you be honest with yourself? Why is OC fighting Wheeler Yuta? Well, I mean, they did attack each other and spoil one another's match, and it's on the way to anyway.
That is straight out of BEWT.
Oh, that's the bad external wrestling takes thread in the Wrestling Brain Discord. The most negative place online, where if you feel like responding to a bad take on Twitter, instead, you can just go, come on over to the BEWT thread, put it in there, and have 20 people be like, wow, that person is a fucking moron. And you saved yourself the negative online engagement. You have a bunch of smart people agreeing with you. What a place. Very
Good
toxic,
call.
though, Zubes.
Of course. Yeah. But anything you throw in there, it
I don't go in
Pass it.
there myself, but I know there's
Distance it away.
some piranhas.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to read it again?
This is the abridged version of the Reddit version of sort of my speech off the top here, where I was like, guys,
Yes.
come
It is. You're right.
on. Here's the thing: was Josh spiritually connected with me here, and was like, I actually do kind of want to make this point, and I'm afraid because I host a show and the show has to be good for people to want to come watch our show, which is obviously good. Much to consider. I think this is Reddit. All that being said,
What? All the reasoning in one direction. And then well, maybe he's been watching a little Dark Side of the Ring, seen some Vince Russo, looking for the swerve. What does the chat think on this one? Yeah, they agree with you, it seems.
Well, people are so in awe of the previous one. I think after you're guessing Reddit, people think it's a real Reddit take.
Are you locking in?
I'll lock in with Reddit.
Lock him in, Matty.
Zubes is saying that Reddit said it.
Yes.
Well, I heard that once again, Josh said it.
I even reasoned it out in my own head.
I thought you were dead on because I did it. Like when you said, oh, maybe he wants to actually like express, like maybe these shows aren't the sevens, but tonight did over deliver. But at the time when I looked at tonight's card, I did have that thought.
There you go.
You sniffed it out like a hound dog. I thought I was like, oh, he's right there. That's okay. Here we go. We move on. Are you 2 for 4?
Yes, we're halfway home.
So this is an important point here as we go on, because we know 3 for 5 is the spiritual okay. And here we go. I don't know if you saw this news, Zubes, but New York, they have copyrighted some old ECW pay-per-view names. CyberSlam, Barely Legal, and Massacre on 34th Street. Okay. And so lots of opinions on that, including this one found on Reddit. And this is in a thread talking about a Mania weekend. NXT Barely Legal would make sense to me for the weekend.
Stupid. That's such a stupid thing to say. That's such a stupid thing to say. That sounds so bad. That sounds like the worst.
NXT presents Barely Legal.
That sounds like the worst show that I can think of being on television in 2023. NXT Barely Legal.
Makes
Shame
sense
on
for the
you.
weekend.
Makes sense for the week. Shame on you if
Caden Pants versus Shaden Mance versus Aiden Jance.
Xavier Preston. Oh.
Makes sense. They're calling a show Barely Legal on Mania weekend.
How does that make sense on Mania fucking weekend? What in the fuck does that even mean? Like,
Yeah, shut the entire fuck up, right?
yeah, let it shut the entire fuck up.
Get him. Yeah, Cadenza, show where we showcase our younger talent. Barely Legal.
Yeah, that's not what Vince McMahon is looking for when he's asking for barely legal things. Let's get that to be a Reddit. Let's. I don't think I'm happy at all if it's a Reddit. I almost feel worse.
Yeah, you'd rather it was not actually in the universe.
I'd rather you were just taking the piss.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're all wishing that. Yeah, Marty's girl got signed to NXT, says Bobby Burritos. Yeah, that's damn right. Get his ass.
Zoinks, you know?
Saw a concerning amount of people posting on Twitter today about Marty Skrull's return, and I'm just gonna tell you, it's the last time you're gonna hear about it on this channel is me saying, "What are you people doing talking about him?" So there you go. My tummy hurts. Zubes, do you want to lock in on Reddit here? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Do it for him, Maddie.
Zubes is saying that Reddit said it. And this is a big one because if he's correct, he passes.
It is a big one.
Well, I heard that he passed because Reddit said it.
Hey!
Guys, we're such good friends. This is great.
Great work. You know, I was joking earlier. It's like, oh, this segment's hard on me. I forgot live it is too. You don't know what it's like when you're reading a Reddit one and people are like, oh, definitely Josh.
Josh is definitely. Well,
You
yeah.
know how that feels. It feels awful.
We sniffed you out tonight as the hat tip, right? Right. Tonight's pick on yours was it being a hat tip. You're so good at the game. that you can
Right.
write one
Yeah.
good.
I mean, that was the. I feel like this game is the one that might be closest to retirement.
Wow.
Out of nowhere.
So,
We've been having so much
Drink it in
fun.
while you got it. Reddit said it could go away. I could see that happening.
Wow, what a tease. Reddit said it. Another pinfall for Reddit said it, and it's just sitting in the corner, like looking at its hands, like, what else can I do? I'm not kicking out of finishes anymore.
Psychic damage me less. And that was Reddit said it. Let's hear the theme, Maddie.